There, Tarot family. Welcome, welcome back to another reading with me, Empress of Fortune Tarot. Today is going to be actually an oracle only reading, I believe. We are going to get a little hype session. I'm going to hype you guys up. So if you need a little pick me up, if you need a little positivity, a little bit of joy in your life, that is what we're here for. We're just going to tap in, tune in with our guides, angels, benevolent ancestors, our higher selves, and just say thank you. Let's express a little bit of gratitude. So already, just to kick the mood off, go ahead and just say thank you out loud for anything. It could be the roof that you have over your head. It could be the water that you have to drink in your cup, the clean water. It could be the hot shower that you took this morning or this evening or whatever time of day it is here for you as you're watching this video. It could be for a family member. It could be for a friend. It could be for your pet. It could be thank you to my motherfucking self, okay? It could be thank you for anything. Just take a moment and give some gratitude, because we always want to start off in a really grateful place. I do also want to apologize in advance. I actually don't know if you guys can hear this, but my wall mate, the person who I share a wall with, who like lives in the apartment across from me, is either like listening to music or watching a movie or something, and it is extremely loud. So I don't know if you guys can hear that, but if you can, my apologies. Hopefully it won't disturb our reading. The music is like mildly soothing right now, but like I said, I don't know if she is watching a movie and if that's going to change. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get on with it. Music is definitely something that I'm grateful for just in general, because you guys know I love my tunes. And I'm just excited and grateful to have all of you here watching this with me today. So thank you for being here. I'm grateful for each and every one of you. So we've got two piles here today. Pile 1 right here and pile 2. These are some animal spirit oracle cards. So they're going to be telling us a little bit about your personality. They're going to give me some information about you, and then we're going to be using the Wild Unknown Archetypes deck later on to actually get into more of the reading. So the timestamps, as always, are listed down below. There are no identifiers today. I, again, do not have my lip bowl with me. It is a beautiful day here in Madrid, Spain, where I am. So, you know, I'm not back in my typical space that I was when I started this channel. So I don't have my lip bowl with me. But don't fear, the lip bowl will be making a comeback. I'm going back to get it in just a few weeks. So no fear, never fear. The lip bowl is here. So yeah. As always, again, timestamps are down below. Feel free to jump ahead. You may have messages in both piles. You really never know. But again, pile 1 right here on the left, pile 2 right here on the right, and I will see you at your reading. Kisses. Hey there, pile 1. Welcome, welcome. If you chose the first card, the card that was here on the left-hand side, then this is going to be your hype up reading, my let me hype you up type of reading. You are coming through as the cosmic egg, and I am going to acknowledge that it was in reverse, okay? I don't know if I want to turn it back in reverse. I think we will. Cosmic egg here in reverse. Okay, so what I'm getting for you is that even though you may not have your life completely together, you are very much like a go where life takes me, go with the flow type of person. And I know you may not always identify that way, but that is actually one of your best qualities, okay? So if you're not feeling like you have the ability to change with the tides, maybe that's a better way to say it. If go with the flow is not identify with you, I can say change with the tides. That feels a little bit more comfortable in my energy right now. You know when to reinvent yourself. You know when to shed your skin. You know when to accept that the change is coming, because change is the only constant in life, okay? So even if you maybe don't always like or love the change, you are very adaptable. You know how to allow things to happen. And that is one of your very best qualities, my love, okay? This is beautiful. There is this part of you sometimes that I think can be a little bit vicious. I think we all have it, and vicious is not necessarily a negative word here in the context that I'm using it, okay? I know that it can seem scary, but it really just means like you have a little bit of a huntress type of energy, hunter type of energy, okay? You know what you want, you go after it, and you're able to adapt and change as things go so that you can still get whatever it is that you want or that you need in that moment. Okay. You may be really good at like manipulating a situation. Manipulate, also not a negative word in the context that I'm using it. I think sometimes people want to assign negative connotations to certain things. And so maybe not everybody always likes you, but that's not a bad thing, because at the end of the day, you know who you are. You also know that you have a good heart. And you also know that you are driven and you're going to get whatever it is that you came here to get. Denzel Washington, I'm leaving here with something, is coming into mind. That meme from that interview that he did. He's like, I'm leaving here with something, right? I'm from around the way. I'm leaving here with something. I love that. I think there is a super chill aspect to you as well. Okay, you're giving chill. It can be like a little bit of a hippie vibe. You don't have to identify as a hippie. Maybe you don't even like tie-dye, okay? But you definitely have like a very earthy quality to you. You might be an earth sign or have a lot of earth sign placements. That does not have to resonate with everyone, okay? But I think also ultimately you just kind of like want peace on earth, peace within your friend groups, peace within your family, peace within yourself. And so you are seeking that peace. And you also, I think, have a really wonderful quality of being able to like promote or even bring peace into a situation. So that's beautiful. Oh, I love that. I love that. That's like really gorgeous energy here. You're also very nurturing. I know that snakes can sometimes like, snakes are cold-blooded animals, right? But even if you come off as being cold maybe at first, or people, you might take a little while to warm up to other people. Once you do and you bring them under your wing or into your embrace, it is like you maybe give like the best hugs. Okay, you might be the best hugger. But also just people feel very comforted in your presence. All right. I am getting, because this is in the reverse, that people may not see you like this right away. So you are definitely the type of person who I think it takes a while to get to know. It takes a little while to like get into your inner circle, okay? And that's not a bad thing. It just means that you have boundaries. It just means that you know how to protect yourself, okay? Snakes, some of them have fangs. Do they all have fangs? I don't know. Let's look that up. No, not all snakes have fangs, and only venomous snakes possess them, okay? Some snakes just have regular teeth. All right. So, you just know how to protect yourself. Okay. And I think that that's a really good thing. There are times when people maybe don't protect themselves as well as they could have or should have, and it causes them to maybe move backwards in life. You have kind of figured out the best ways to protect yourself, whether that is protecting yourself online, protecting yourself in person, knowing how to fight, or even how to give a really good comeback if the time comes to it. Maybe you can hit with the best of them. Maybe you could throw a really good punch. I don't know. I'm not trying to, I know we were just talking about peace, but you are the type of person who knows how to use these tools when necessary, but you would never use them out of turn or out of pocket, okay? I never took karate. Did I take karate? Maybe when I was like very small. I love how I keep asking myself these questions. But I think, or I've heard that when a child starts learning karate, or when anybody starts learning karate, they really tell you like these are never to be used in an attempt to intentionally hurt somebody. Like you're supposed to do this for self-defense, right? This is a self-defense and mindfulness practice. We're not just like teaching you how to fight so that you can go out there and like kick everybody's ass, right? This is like for when somebody is attempting to hurt you and you need to be able to defend yourself. That's what this is for, right? So some of you might have karate skills, karate chops, okay? You might have your little black belt, who knows, anything. But I think you have learned how to defend yourself really well. I don't think you're the first to lash out. You're like, I'm not going to start shit, but I will finish it, okay? And I think people really admire that about you, that you know how to resolve conflicts, usually in a nonviolent way. Hopefully in a nonviolent way. But you know how to resolve conflicts while also remaining true to yourself in the process. And again, like I said, bringing peace. You seem like a very type of peaceful person who can really help resolve things. You might be a mediator or something like that. Some kind of, I don't know if you maybe work in that kind of field or you just help people mediate either conflicts with others or their own inner feelings. Okay, so that's beautiful. Oh my gosh, I love it. We are going to go ahead and grab the other deck. Now it's time for us to get a little bit deeper into our reading. It's interesting, we're using both Kim Cran's decks today. So this is the Animal Spirit Oracle, and then we're doing the Wild Unknown Archetypes as well. So Spirit, tell me, what does Pile 1 need to hear today for their hype up session? Let's hype up whoever is watching Pile 1. Let's get them hype, okay? I want to, again, spread some joy and positivity to this group. So what is it that needs to be said to them? All right. Oh my gosh, the Mother. What did I say? I said that you have like a very comforting energy. You might also give really good hugs, okay? Snakes also do lay eggs. So some of you guys maybe either already are mothers, or you might be interested in parenthood or something like that. But I also get the feeling that like you have a tendency to believe in people like the same way that a mother would. There's this thing like where they were like, a face only a mother could love, right? Which is so rude. So rude. But at the same time, it's like, it really evokes this tenderness to it, right? Like, it just highlights how strong the bond is between a mother and their child, right? So I feel like you tend to help people bring, like, you give people hope in a hopeless situation. I'm hearing that song by Rihanna and Calvin Harris. We Found Love, where they're like, we found love in a hopeless place, right? I think you're able to help bring that type of love to people when they feel hopeless, okay? So that's beautiful. That's a beautiful energy. I think you also like have either really good interior design sense, or you have a really beautiful home, or both. I think you just have excellent taste in general, and people really admire the way that you put things together, okay? So that could be how you put homewares together, how you decorate. Maybe for some of you it is with fashion and style, but I'm really getting more of the sense of like a homey feeling. You know how to make a house feel like a home. You know how to make a space instantly feel more comfortable. You know how to catch a vibe that is going to make everybody really feel their best in your presence or in your space or wherever. If you are not already working in interior design, you might really want to consider it. I'm not telling anybody to change their careers, but if this is something that you like to do, you never really know. Like, you might be able to make a living in helping people curate their spaces or really like find comfort in their homes, okay? I'm also hearing for some of you guys that could even mean going as so far as like working in like security or like security detail, or like working for like a security company, like just something that helps make people feel safe and secure and loved within their own spaces, okay? So however that may be, you might be in something like DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion, or something like that, but like you know how to make people feel included, welcomed, wanted, and loved within a space, whether that's a workplace, a house, a school, whatever that may be. And so people really look up to you like for that, and they admire you for that. I also really want to point out that we have like this circle here, which is like a 0 kind of, and then we have the number 1. Okay, so that does make me think about like computer science, coding, something like that. You just might be very multi-talented. You could also be really tech savvy. Okay, so that's interesting. I also would love to say I did notice the number 1 first. Okay, so people really look up to you. They see you as like the head of the family. 111 is literally on the clock. Now it's 1111 because it was 11:10 and then it was 11:11. So the number 1, super coming through. People really see you as being like the best, whether that's the best in your field, the best type of person that they know. Moms are usually like really the number 1 point person in their families, right? So people just like, they want to come to you and they see you as this person who has the information that they need or who is going to make them feel better or whatever. So you are number 1 in a lot of people's minds, eyes, and hearts. Oh, that's cute. You probably didn't even know that, to be honest, but people have a very high opinion of you, okay? That's super true. Number 50, the Bardo. Okay, so this is about liminal spaces, okay? But it's also, you see how big this eye is here? And then we also have like all these circular shapes, okay? That goes back to the inclusion. We have these circles here. We have the circles here with like this nest and the pearl made. This is more of an oval, but I did say we have like this 0 in the circle here. But this is about like really seeing people for who they are. And even if people don't always see you right away, I think you have a very keen and strong sense of perception. You might also just have really beautiful eyes, or you could have a really strong eye, like in terms of photographs. Maybe you're a really great photographer and people really like that about you. Okay, so that could be cool. That might be really cool. I'm just gonna rearrange a little bit here. Also, I think that people see you as being very wise, because we have like from the big jump from 1 to 50 here. And also interesting that they both are singular characters. Okay, so singularity, like people see you as unique. You're one of one. Okay, there's nobody else who is like you. There's literally nobody else who is like you. And people really admire you whether you know it or not. They find you to be so wise. Also, they love the way that you use words. You have a very keen and strong way with words, okay? The bardo, that makes me think of the bard, right? So the bard, meaning like a poet or somebody who writes, okay? Maybe you're a writer and people really enjoy reading what you write, or you have a really interesting way of like transcribing a human experience, or even if it's a fantasy experience, but people really can relate to the things that it is that you do or that you say or that you've written, and they love what you do, okay? So this is a gorgeous energy. You just have such a cool spirit, like cool, calm, and collected, I'm hearing, okay? And I think you're also pretty difficult to rile up. You have a lot of patience. You have a lot of patience, my friend. You just genuinely have a really beautiful energy. I think you also have an interesting perspective on life, where part of the reason why you don't get riled up so easily is because you're like, eventually we all will no longer be here on this earth, and so why am I gonna let like little things bother me when I could just enjoy the day, when I could just enjoy myself, when I could just enjoy my life, my friends, my happiness, this, that, and the other, right? You really don't sweat the small stuff as much as you can. And I'm getting a little bit of resistance with that because I think you probably had to work pretty hard to kind of get to this place to be so unbothered, okay? Some of you might still be working on that, learning how to be more unbothered, okay? But unless it's like a life or death situation, I think it's pretty hard to get you to kind of act out of your character, okay? So that is cool, and I think that people really admire you for that, for being so calm, cool, and collected. And I also think that people really see that and they want to emulate it in a lot of ways. You are somebody who people really strive to be like, because you are so singular, you are a one-of-one type of person. People really strive to be like you, and it's like more than you know, honestly. A lot of people will not ever say or show you how they strive to be like you, but they really do. So you've got a lot of fans and admirers out there, okay? Both alive and dead. You also have a very strong spirit team, super strong spirit team. You're surrounded, you're protected, and that's part of the reason why you're able to so easily and faithfully protect other people, because you have a strong spirit team yourself, okay? So you just have this like the calmness that surrounds you. You're able to extend it outwards towards other people because your spirit team cares for you so much, and they have taken so many vows to protect you, like they've sworn to protect you, and you are just able to extend that protection out to anybody who, again, is like under your wing or within your embrace or something like that, right? That's cool. That's beautiful. Pile 1, I really hope that this reading has been illuminating for you. I hope that you've enjoyed it. I didn't realize it was going to be so short, or else I would have rearranged my cards a little earlier. Let's see. Okay, I have a little bit more that I do want to say now that I have rearranged them. We see things in a little bit of a different light. I'm also going to turn this back upright. Okay. I think that you look luxurious. Okay, I'm gonna say that. You look luxurious. For some of you guys, you might look really wealthy. You might look really rich. The other part of this, oh, actually, I didn't even realize that this is a snake too. I thought it was like a rope, but he's got a head right there. So this is a snake too. So we got a couple of snakes in here, actually. That's interesting. There's so much more to you than what meets the eye. That's a big part of it. There's so much more to you than what meets the eye. I also think maybe you change your hair a lot and people really like that. You just have a very interesting and unique perspective on life, but you also have a very interesting look. People really enjoy looking at you. They really like how you dress or how you present yourself. They think you look really great, okay? I also want to say that you maybe have gone through some difficult things in your life, but you figured out a way to turn them into really, you got something really good out of them, okay? Just like how sand like gets inside of an oyster and it like does that whole process of turning into a pearl. All of the sand that gets in there turns into a pearl, right? It's like there were a lot of irritating or hard, gritty, nasty even things that happened to you, and you were able to turn them into something really beautiful in your life. And so I think that you are so strong. You're so much stronger than you give yourself credit for a lot of the time. And if there's any advice that comes with this reading, it is don't forget who the fuck you are, okay? Don't forget, because you are that bitch. You are bad, okay? You got this. Thank you so much, Pile 1, for sticking with me through this reading. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope it resonated for you. Thank you for letting me hype you up, letting me bring you a little bit of positivity to your day. I hope that we see each other again sometime soon. I love you very much, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hey there, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading with me, Empress of Fortune Tarot. We're gonna get a little hype up session happening right here for you. Let's see if you chose the number 2 card, the one that was here on the right hand side. Let's go ahead and see which animal we have for you. Scorpion. So I set this off to the side while I was reading Pile 1. I don't know like which direction it was going to be in, whether it's reversed or not. So we're just going to read both meanings just in case, okay, whichever one is going to resonate with you, but I am going to leave it upright. All right, so we have Scorpion here. Immediately that does make me think of Drake. So be that as it may, let's move on. I'm just going to say you are probably very talented at whatever it is that you do. You're probably very talented. You have a light that shines, and also probably that other people love to hate. Okay, so even if you have a lot of haters, they say if you don't have haters, you're not doing something right. Okay, so what is that Megan Thee Stallion line from that song where she's like hurt? She said, I eat hate, that's why I don't have a waist. Because everybody's always hating on her all day or something like that, right? So I feel like you're the type of person who's really good at transmuting energy, okay? Some of you guys may actually be Scorpios. You might be a water sign just in general. That does not have to be the case or anything like that. I think also a lot of you probably have really beautiful hands, really nice nails, or people may really admire your hands or your nails, whether they are done up or not, okay? I think people really admire them. You definitely have a very thick skin, which has served you well with all of the haters that are in your life, because it really just like rolls off of you. You are not the type of person to let other people's negativity or other people's bullshit affect you, okay? So I'm frankly a little bit surprised that you even clicked on this reading, although I'm super happy that you're here, because it just kind of seems like you're the type of person who really knows their worth and who really knows their value. You know the type of light that you bring to a room, you know the type of vibe that you bring to a room, and you know how valuable you are. So you know what, I'm not surprised that you came here, because of course somebody who has a high self-esteem and a high opinion of themselves would want to hear more things about how awesome they are. Okay, so I'm not surprised that you're here, and thank you again for being here. I feel very blessed to have you in my company. I feel very blessed to be in your company and that you have chosen me, so thank you. This being said, I do think that you have grown a lot. Maybe in the past you used to lash out at people who were being mean or rude to you, and I think that you have kind of decided or figured out how to not do that anymore, okay? Or how to metabolize and transmute that type of energy into something better for yourself, okay? This is when like you know that people are thinking about you or talking about you, and you just kind of take the perspective of like, oh well, all press is good press, or I'm going to energetically harvest that energy and like turn it into money, or I'm going to energetically harvest that energy and turn it into something good and positive for me, my loved ones, and my community. Okay, you are definitely also the type of person who absolutely knows how to put themselves first. Okay, absolutely knows how to put themselves first. I do think people are a little bit scared of you. Scared. Been living in Spain for a long time. People are a little bit scared of you. Okay. You may speak Spanish. You may not speak Spanish. That's neither here nor there. Just another little identifier call out for you. We do have like orange, red, and yellow here. So those could be some of your favorite colors. They are also colors that appear, two of them are colors that appear in the Spanish flag. So I am currently living in Spain, so that's why I bring that up. But yeah, I think that you have a lot of spice to you, okay? You definitely have a spicy personality. You know how to be funny, how to be charming, how to be cute, but you also know when it's time to turn it on in case you need to get ready to rumble, okay? I think you've probably cultivated a reputation a little bit for knowing how to get what you want through how do I say this? I don't know if in the past maybe you used to be the type of person who bullied other people. And I don't think you do that anymore. But I think that you still remember how to get what you want without having to use those types of tactics, okay? If it did come down to it, would you use them? I don't think you would, but you would know how. Okay. I think it's one of those things where it's like you've grown and you've learned how to use things that were once used for bad. You know how to use them now for good. Okay. But you do still have that side to you. You got that dog in you. I can't lie. That's not a bad thing necessarily. You got that dog in you. Okay. Because dogs are lovely. They're cute and they're sweet and they're nice, but also some of them can have a really vicious bite. Okay. So we have good reason to be afraid of dogs, but we also have a good reason to really love dogs. So it's like everything I think turns out with a positive and a negative, okay? And I think that you've really learned how to balance and see both of those sides to people, situations, even to yourself, okay? So I think that you cannot really be made to feel guilty about things that happened in your past, which is a lovely quality to have, because a lot of the time people are easily controlled through guilt and shame. And so you are a hard person to try and control. You don't let anybody try and control you. You can't let anybody try and control you, because those tactics that they try to use on other people just won't work on you. They don't work on you. Whatever it is that they're trying to do, you see right through it. You see right through it, and if it comes down to it, you will sting right back. Okay, so you know how to give as good as you get, and get as good as you give. All right, people see that and it strikes a little bit of fear into them, but they respect it. Okay, people respect you. You have such a powerful aura. Like, what is that they say, like 1 million aura points? You have such a powerful aura that they only come close to you to try you if they really feel like they can step to you. So in this way, it's like interesting how you protect yourself, because the only people who step to you are the people who really feel like they can meet you as your equal. And so it really actually allows you to vet properly the people who are trying to enter your life. And your circle, I believe, are people who are like you, in that they would never accept anything less for themselves. They also really, really want the best for their own lives, and they see you as being one of the best. So that's why they might approach you. That's why they might want to be around you or to be with you, because they also share that high opinion of you. Okay. I see you as the type of person who really like is going skiing in the Alps or in Aspen or something like that. You know, you are like, I'm going to go out and get whatever experience it is that I want, and nobody can stop me. And so you meet a lot of like really high profile people, high net worth individuals. You meet a lot of people like this who have really taken their lives to the next level. And so it's very interesting how you're able to navigate in these social circumstances. And I think that people who aren't able to do what you do, maybe that's where the haters are. Okay, I think that the people who are close to you, who are in your circle and who socialize or who are part of the upper echelons of society like you are, you don't get hate from them because you guys are all playing the same game and you all see the same things. The word like you see, I don't know where this is coming from. I don't know what this is, but like you see the same type of evil is coming through. I don't know what that means. Maybe we can find out later, but I think that you know how to repel that type of evil away from you. And you have such a bright, strong light that you can't be touched. You can't be touched, you can't be tamed, you can't be harmed, okay? Can't be tamed by Miley Cyrus, a little bit coming through, but you can't be harmed by any of that evil and that negativity, okay? You know how to protect yourself. Of course you have a spirit team, but like your spirit team rarely even I think has to step in on your behalf because you're just so strong. You're so strong. Some of you guys might be like physically really strong. You might go to the gym a lot or you might lift weights or something like that. But yes, you just have, again, 1 million aura. That's what I'm getting here. 1 million aura. And people really, really see it. You're very good at socializing as well. Okay. You're a master socializer, master networker. You can manipulate any situation to get whatever it is that you want. And again, that's not a negative thing. Okay, that's not a negative thing. It just means that you are savvy. Okay, you have a savviness to you that a lot of other people would honestly probably kill for. Okay, this reading is like so different from the first pile in terms of the way that the energy is coming through. A couple of things that I've said have been mildly similar, but like the energy in pile 1 was a lot more like nurturing and pleasant. You don't give a shit about being unpleasant if you need to be. Like if somebody's making you uncomfortable, you will be unpleasant all day because you just don't need that in your energy. And I don't mean all day. I mean like while they're around. You'll be like, actually no, that wasn't funny. What did you mean by that? You're making me uncomfortable, right? Like you're not going to just let people get away with being rude or making snide comments or things like that. You're going to call people out so that you can get back to having the pleasant experience that you wanted. Okay? You're not going to just like shrink yourself for other people's comfort. And that is a beautiful quality to have, honestly. A beautiful quality to have. You're unshakable. Okay? I love that. Unshakable, unbreakable. Bad. You might wear a lot of black, or you might wear any of those other colors that I mentioned earlier. This does not have to apply to everyone, obviously, but red, orange, yellow. I'm hearing also green, maybe a little bit of blue and violet, okay? Oh my god, is that the colors of the rainbow? Not me just saying like every color of the rainbow. But yes, you may have had a phase where you really felt like you needed to protect yourself, and so you used these kind of like strong colors like red and black to protect yourself in some kind of way. You might be really into, again, I am seeing and hearing exercise. I'm thinking about running. I'm thinking about anything to do with the feet. Okay, I just see you like scuttling across the slopes or running around the neighborhood or something like that. That is so funny. Maybe even like race walking or something like that. That is so funny. Spirit, let's go ahead and use these cards. I'm going to just shuffle them like this and see what comes out. What is the message for pile 2? The hype me up message for pile 2. We're going to hype them up. There we go. We have the prayer and we have the storm. See, you're the type of person that people would want on their team in the event of a disaster. Okay, you know how to take charge. You know how to take the lead. This is making me think of that movie Triangle of Sadness, where if you haven't seen that movie, you absolutely should. It's so good. But there's this whole part where this lady who, I want to say she was like the head housekeeper on the boat, because it's about people on a yacht, okay? And they end up crashing on like an island, like a deserted island. And the head housekeeper, who had been like on the lower rungs of the hierarchy of the boat people, of the yacht people, she ends up becoming like the captain of the camp once they make a camp on land, because she knows how to do all this stuff. She knows how to fish, she knows how to take charge, she knows how to lead groups. she's a natural born leader who has a lot of really valuable skills. And so she's able to be recognized by her fellow humans, and they just like put her in this position of leadership, right? And I really feel like you're the type of person who has so many skills, but also has such a deep level of like self-reverence and self-protection. You're always learning. You're always learning something new just to become the best version of yourself that you can possibly be. That is so admirable, Pal 2. I don't even think you understand how many people are not like that. There are so many people who are so intellectually and mentally lazy who will not do anything if given the choice. And you over here instead are like constantly learning, you're constantly elevating, you're constantly growing, constantly challenging yourself to make yourself the best version of yourself that you can be. Okay, so yes, I would not be surprised if you were like a gym rat or somebody who was always back in school or taking a new course or learning something new or whatever. But because of this, you are like the ideal type of person that people would want. You are like a port in a storm. You're very safe to be around because you know so much, but also you're so useful. Like people just, they know that they can come to you in a pinch and you will have some sort of help for them or an answer to help them solve their problem, or you'll know where to find it or something like that. You are the bee's knees, okay? The bee's knees, Pal 2. You're the shit, honestly. Honestly, you're the shit. That's what we have to say. People just, they look up to you so much. They really look up to you. You also have this like very intense spirituality about you where you're just kind of like, I know everything's going to be okay. The bird did not fear falling off the branch, for she had wings, or whatever it is that shit says. You know what I'm saying? There's like a little saying. You are super self-reliant and very independent, and you truly believe in yourself. And that self-belief makes other people believe in you, but you don't even care about that. That like doesn't even matter because you believe in you. And you've so stopped seeking external validation from other people. Like, other people's external validation, sure, maybe it's like, cool, whatever, who cares? You have your own internal validation, and you, as a result, your connection to spirit is so strong. You know you can always rely on yourself. Like, fuck other people relying on you. Yes, they will, they could, they should, they can. But you can always rely on yourself. And that is a beautiful thing. A beautiful thing. Like, I would say you're the strongest version of yourself that you've ever been. And maybe that's true at this moment, but like tomorrow you are going to even honestly be even stronger. Next week you're going to be even stronger than that. Like, you are just constantly improving. And that is, I don't even think you understand how crazy that is. Like, when I say crazy, I mean in a good way. Like, it's unbelievable. You're unbelievable. Wow. That song by EMF, Unbelievable, but like, you are genuinely unbelievable. People, I think, like, can barely even believe that you exist because of how great you are. I was about to even say, like, how perfect you are. Like, a lot of people, I think, see you as being a perfect person. Now I'm hearing that song, what is that song by is it Simple Plan? I'm not a perfect person. There's many things I said I wouldn't do, but I continue learning. Right? I never meant to do those things to you. And so I have to say, that's Hoobastink, The Reason. Okay, I needed to sing it for a little bit. And so yes, I think you do have reasons why you are the way that you are. And I think that some things happened to you probably in your past that were a little bit negative, or that you didn't like, but they made you into the type of person who is always going to move forward, who is always going to learn and be the best version of themselves. You have no issue owning your past mistakes. And I'm hearing that song Stronger by Kelly Clarkson right now. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? Stand a little taller. Just because I'm lonely doesn't mean I'm alone. So some of you guys maybe are single, or you might feel like there aren't a lot of people who are in your league, okay? And just because you might be lonely doesn't mean that you're alone, all right? There are other people out there who are like you. And you will find them because you're determined to find them. But at the same time, you don't need their validation. And that is part of the cool thing that's, I think, going to help hold you guys together once you found them, because you're going to have so much respect for yourselves and for each other. You are very unique, Pile 2. You're a very unique type of person who, again, it's like a port in a storm. There is just so much that you've experienced. You might have lived what they say is like many lives. You might have had so many different experiences that people can't even wrap their head around all of the things that you've done, all of the lives that you've lived, all of the different stages and chapters that you've been through to get to where you are today. And that's like, it's very admirable. People are going to be very taken aback by you. And I think in a lot of ways very confused by you, because they might be like, how did this person get to be this confident? What did they do to deserve to be this confident? And like, I can't be this confident. So I do think that you experience, or maybe you don't experience it, but there are a lot of people who are jealous of you. Okay. That's where we go back with the haters. There's a lot of people who are jealous of you, but you, again, you repel them because you're just like, whatever, who cares? Like, you can do what I do. If I did it, you can do it too. And like, that's the beautiful thing about your attitude, is literally you're so supportive of other people following their own journeys, but also like following the inspiration that you give them. And whether it's like direct inspiration or not, just the fact that you've accomplished something, you're like, well, if I can do it, so can you. And if that person over there did something that I want to do, then so can I, right? So you're constantly seeking inspiration, but also giving inspiration to other people. And it is just a really refreshing energy to be in, honestly. Very refreshing energy to be in. You're the type of person who knows how to break through, break a mold, break through to the other side, whatever that may mean to you. That might mean like you have a challenge and you're able to just bust it wide open. Some of you guys might be out here breaking glass ceilings or whatever else kind of ceilings in your career. You could just be like the type of person who is really connected to spirit. That's also another part of it. Some of you guys also might literally be like record breakers. You might have broken local records or even world records or records within your company or whatever. But like, you are achievers. You are achievers and accomplishers. Like, whatever you set your mind to, you will achieve it. If you really want it, you will do it. So it's like, you're going to break through. You're going to bust through. I'm hearing that song by Ariana Grande, Break Free. I don't really remember the lyrics. She said, this is, what is that? Hold on. Okay, yes. Because the first line says, if you want it, take it, right? So like, you're the type of person who's like, I see it, I want it. We're getting very Ariana Grande vibes coming through, because that's from Seven Rings, okay? You are definitely a master manifester. There's no question on my mind about that. You are a master manifester. I'm going to rearrange this a little bit so we can see a little bit more of the vibes. It's interesting because in pile 1, literally only 2 cards like came out. I don't know if more cards. I think we're only going to do these 2 cards for pile 2 as well. So this might be a little bit of a shorter reading than I normally do, but regardless, we're going to enjoy it. We're going to have fun. You are a survivor, okay? Some of you guys might even really be fans of Survivor. You might be the type of person who would go on Survivor, whether or not you actually like will in your lifetime. You might be the type of person who has like a lot of ideas on how to survive in an extreme type of environment, okay? And by extreme environment, I don't even just mean like, again, lost on a deserted island. I don't even mean like that. I mean like, maybe you're the only person who looks like you in the environment, or maybe you're the only person who is your gender in that environment, or whatever, right? Any environment where there are extremes, I think that you have a real talent and a real knack for being able to survive, okay? It's made you strong. I also think that you have a really interesting way of like distilling chaos and turning it into a calm situation, or like giving people hope in a situation where there's a lot of chaos. You can either transmute that chaotic energy into something much chiller and more beautiful, or you might just give people hope in a chaotic situation. But I'm getting more of the first one, where it's like your powers of transmutation are so strong that you're able to like really like capture the chaos, ball it up, and then all of a sudden just whoosh, dissipate it. That is like true talent, okay? True talent. You are an alchemist. If you've never read the book The Alchemist, go read it. You are a true alchemist. Forged in the fire, okay? Forged in the fire is what I'm getting. You've been through a lot for sure. You've walked across the burning sands. You've been through a lot. And it may have cost you a lot of things, but you came out on the other side like really knowing like what it is that you want in life and what it's worth it, and like where to invest, how to invest both your time, your energy, and your money. Those are 3 things. How to invest your time, your energy, and your money in order to get whatever it is that you want, okay? You're not afraid to grab life by the balls, as they say. You're very brave, whoever you are, pal, too. You're a very, very brave person. I was about to be like, I would be a little scared of you. I really wouldn't, but I can see how you are the type of person who, like, again, once you set your mind to something, there's very little that could be done to stop you. And so if somebody is maybe of a different mindset than you, or even potentially like working against you or whatever, you are just like a formidable opponent. Formidable opponent. People don't want to mess with you because you get shit done. This is making me think of like those bad bitch executives that we always see in movies where everybody's like, oh, she's a ball buster or whatever, or like, you know, don't mess with him. Like, he owns the industry. Like, you don't know who that is? People, you have a reputation to maintain and a reputation to uphold, and you're very good at upholding it, okay? So, yes. You are courageous. Again, very brave, very courageous. And just like, I cannot say it anymore. It's not even like aura on 1,000. It's aura on 1,000,000. 1,000,000 max plus, okay? Aura everywhere. Your energy speaks for you. It's not even like before you enter a room. I feel like you're the type of person that people know about, like 2 towns over, okay? You're the type of person that people know about. You have a reputation, for sure. And it's strong. The brand is strong, as they say. The brand is strong. Thank you so much for watching this video. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Follow me on TikTok. Follow me on Instagram, everywhere that there are social media, whether it is my personal account or my tarot account. I would love to see you over there. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful for you. You, again, have like the most amazing aura, the most amazing energy. I'm so grateful that you are one of my viewers. We are really lucky to have you here, pal, too, and I will see you guys in the next one. Sending so much love your way. Bye.